What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today. Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies. Nia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Aperna. The best trade idea resource out there. Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Yep, that's right. It's Tuesday already. We just went right through Monday. We didn't get to trade. Fun fact, traffic on Benzinga.com yesterday was only down 29% versus an average Monday, which means that people are ready for today. We are ready to get trading, ready to get back in the markets. Let's go. First things first, I have a couple of housekeeping items. I may officially be an anti-masker. For the first time. I got a haircut yesterday, and the lady nicked my ear, like right where your mask strap goes. It's very painful to wear a mask. So, public service announcement: if you're getting a haircut, be careful that you don't get your ear nicked, because yeah, it's right where my mask strap sits. But all right, guys, I'm going to start today the way that I start every single day, which is what the point of this show, guys. If we're not delivering on the point of the show, tell us. We want this to be the best trade idea resource out there. That's what we're going for. It's an hour, sometimes even 2 hours of just straight trade ideas. I pitched some stocks last Friday. We're going to check in on how those are going. But again, if we're not delivering, tell us. Ideas not just coming from myself, not just coming from Jason, but coming out of Zinger Nation. That's all of you out there in the chat hanging out with us. We've got a ton of stocks, a ton of new tickers to talk about today, and updates on some old tickers. We're bringing 3 guests. That's right, 3 guests in today. We're going to be talking options. We're going to be talking social sentiment. We're going to be talking some swing trading. Oh, shit. Wrong. 4 guests, 12:10, 12:31, 1:30 Eastern. Boom. That's how we're doing it. Sound effects for that one. There's our first air horn of the day. If you guys like the soundboard, throw me the 1 in the chat. If not, throw me the 2. Just for clarity, the soundboard isn't going away, but I just want to check as to how the room's developing with it. I know that it was controversial up front. You know, we didn't have a whole ton of soundboard lovers, but, you know, I didn't have it a couple days, and you know, people were worried about it. So, all right, that's the deal. Let's just dive straight into it. We've got 10 minutes before we're bringing our first guest on of the day. Let's talk about some stocks. Guys, I'm going to share my screen, pull the live portfolio up here. I love when I get to do a stock pitch and then the shit plays out right away. So yesterday I made the case for the online brokerages, right? Because, you know, you win in the markets and you have a competitive advantage. You have some information you can leverage. Okay, there we go. Yes, we got a lot of ones for the soundboard. Not everybody likes it, but okay. But more than most, ka-ching. Yeah, I got that. But I made a case for the online brokerages because traffic on Benzinga.com has exploded. When COVID happened, our traffic rose by 50%. When GME happened, traffic rose by 400%. Clicks to online brokerages, the exact same thing. We can track from our site how many people are clicking from Benzinga to their online brokerage accounts. COVID happened, 50% increase. GME happens, 400% increase. And not just for like a day or 2 days. It's sustained that way for 3 weeks straight. It's crazy. So I pitched the online brokerage stocks. I said, this is the best pitch that I think I'm going to make, the strongest case I'm ever going to make. And check it out. Tiger was one of the 4 I pitched, up 17% right away. Schwab, I pitched, up 5% right away. Interactive Brokers, up 4%. And then IG Group, somewhere on this list, it's pink sheet, so it doesn't quote as much. That one's up about 5% too. So right away, we got some ROI on that pitch. And I did say that this is a longer-term pitch, right? We're hanging out on these ones for a while. What we want to see to make this trade work out is analysts revising their estimates upward, right? So as of right now, analysts have only increased their revenue estimates by 8% on these stocks. I think it's going to be way bigger than that. The account numbers are going to be insane. So when we see the analysts start to raise estimates, the earnings forecasts are going to go up. That's when the stock prices should follow. So yes, we're getting like some immediate play out right away on these stocks, but that's not the big catalyst we're going for. We are rolling, and of course, you know, this is the trade idea show, right? I ask every single guest that we bring on for their ideas. Let's go to TRCH. I can't do it in my live brokerage account because I'm not in it, unfortunately. Where's my sad sound? Yeah, there we go. All right, Torchlight Energy. TRCH, guys. I'm throwing this one out here in the chat. If you got into Torchlight, hit the 1. If you did not get into the stock, hit the 2. And we'll talk about where it's at, what happened, where it's at now, and what's coming. But all right, check this out for Torchlight. I have a 2-day chart up here at 12:30 on Friday. That's where my mouse is. I'll even zoom the screen a little more. Hold on. TRCH is the stock. Somebody in the chat, throw that out for everybody who missed us. You can't afford to miss this show. You literally can't afford it. Let's check this out. 12:30. We had my boys on from Atlas Group. We had Hugh and Dan on. Hugh made the case for Torchlight Energy, ticker TRCH. Oh, I love all those ones. All right, if you guys smash the 1 on that one, you've got to like, subscribe, and you have to share the stream. Because you literally could not afford to miss this one. He made the case for Torchlight Energy. Stock was $2.40. I'm sure y'all got in there around there. By the time that after hours trading was done on Friday, the stock was, what was it? Let's look at it. Stock was $3.30, so almost a buck, 45% run. Today the thing is running up another $1. So let's do some quick math. 420, 4.2 minus 2.4 divided by 2.4. 75% run. See, I was excited about my Tiger that I pitched. Tiger's up 17%. His stock up 75%. That's why these guys are always a favorite of the chat. Here's what to watch out for in this stock, right? I knew yesterday, or I knew on Sunday even, right? But before we had our day off yesterday, that Torchlight was going to run. And you guys should have known it too. Hugh has been the catalyst in the stock. He's been getting the info out there. The market's been absorbing it and moving the stock with him. He said on our show, so he pitched the stock. We got a nice some green candles. But he said, and he made it clear, I'm dropping the next round of due diligence on this company on Sunday. He did in his podcast, Pennies Going in Raw. Check that one out. Benzinga is a sponsor of it. But he dropped in his due diligence for the stock on Sunday evening. And that's how I knew, okay, this thing, when he said that, the thing was going to run. I didn't get into it, unfortunately. I would have if I wasn't, running the show and having to do the screen share and, of course, all the sound effects. Yep. We need the sound effects. But there it is, guys. If you want to be in front of this one, follow Hugh on Twitter. Hugh Henney is his name. He's the one that's been putting all the intel out there. Again, TRCH is the stock. I've seen a lot of positive social chatter on this one recently. It looks like some of the running that happened this morning has died back a little bit. If I were not in this one yet and already trying to get into there, I would wait for a little bit more energy to come into the names, see it start to break out to some of those all-time highs, and then hop on for the trade. But that's the deal there. So hang out in TRCH and follow Hugh on Twitter. When he gives updates that he's going to have more due diligence, more research on the company coming out, that's definitely bullish for the stock. Don't miss it. Again, you literally can't afford to miss this show after runs like that. Let's talk about Pershing Square for a minute here too. Still having a decently solid day. Stock was up to 34. We've been in this one for a little while now. Again, this is my favorite SPAC play out of all of them, PSTH. It's Bill Ackman's SPAC. The reason why I like it is I followed Ackman as a hedge fund manager and activist hedge fund manager for quite a long time. I know that he's not going to do any sort of BS deal, right? Because whenever he buys a stock, even he's getting involved in the stock, right? He's shaking up the board. He's selling off assets. He's causing the companies to restructure, et cetera. So we're hanging out in this one. I saw somebody drop it in the chat, so I just want to throw an update there. Still long the stock, not trading in and out of it. We do have a little bit of energy going back into SPACs this week. I did trim last week. If we start to get a SPAC rally back, then we'll load up on some SPACs and get going back into them. But PSTH, saw someone drop it in. We do own this one in the live portfolio. So there's your quick little update there. But guys, it is time to bring on our first guest of the day, Rob Roy, an old favorite of the stream. Rob, we see you. What's up, man? Happy Tuesday.
Hey, Luke. How you doing, man? Happy Tuesday. How's everything?
Good. I mean, I don't know how much you can see behind me, but we are in like a polar vortex here, like the rest of the country.
I don't know. Can you see behind me?
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, we got hit last week. We'll get it again. 6 more inches coming up on Thursday. So it's another reason to be in the house and trading from home, not having to slush my way around and try to drive to a job, man. Just not worth it.
Yeah, like me. Yep.
Sorry.
But all right, what are you looking at today? What's interesting to you, etc.?
So we had a 3-day weekend. So a lot of my covered call trades that I tend to do happen on Friday versus Monday. I did one this morning. I did play. I sold a naked put on play. Took in about $1.50 on it early this morning. It's dropped quite a bit, which is nice for at this point. But if I want to buy it back, but I did a bunch of them on Friday because remember, guys, for those of you that trade options, right? And look, you do some options trades. You've got theta to deal with. Well, we have one extra day of theta in there that we give up or take advantage of, I should say. So we did Momo on Friday. We did FCX, and we did SEAS, SEAS. All three of those on Friday. Either sold naked puts or sold some covered calls on them to pick up some really nice premium on them.
Okay. And can you talk a little bit about the mechanism of selling puts? It's something that I do quite a bit. We get a lot of questions on it, but can you talk a little bit about the mechanism of it, why you're doing it, what sort of risk you're taking on when you sell a put, etc.?
Sure. So let me go ahead and just move my option chain over to a different screen, and I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen if you're good with that.
Yep, please.
Let me find which one it is.
That's always the hardest part with these trading setups. We have too many damn screens.
With 6 monitors, man. It's just
exactly. All right, there we go. I see it. Yep.
Okay.
All right, we've got it up there.
Ooh, I don't know why it's flickering. It's not on this end.
We'll deal with it.
Okay. So on this one here, as an example, this is play, right? Is the ticker symbol, PLAY. Right? What are we looking for? On the right side, we've got our puts. I'm always selling front week. I don't sell puts on any position that is not a weekly option. So that cuts you down to just about 500 stocks that you could sell naked puts on. I do the same for covered calls. If it's going to take me, if I've got to be in the trade for 12 days, 20 days, a full month, it's too long for me. So what I'm looking for primarily is if I were looking to sell right now on play, they're trading at 36.92 and they're down about $1 for the day. I'm looking over here at my delta column, and I want to find closest to that 20 delta. So right now, I can sell the $35 put for, if we go at mid price, which is normally where I try to go first, it's 27 cents. So instead of me buying the stock at 36.94, I'm giving someone the right to force me to put the stock to me at $35 a share. And for that right, they're paying me 27 cents a share to do it.
Yep. So you're selling the $35 strike. You're getting paid $27 27 cents per share right away. And then if the stock price goes below 35, you're buying shares for 35. If it stays above that $35 strike, you just get to keep that 27 cents, cash in your account, and move on to the next trade.
Exactly. So the whole idea is to sell the premium. It's going to be on a stock that I don't mind owning. I don't mind owning play. I have some now. I don't mind adding a little bit more to the position. But right now, I could buy it at almost $37 today. If I have to buy it, I'm going to buy it at 34, call it 75, about 34.75, 73, something like that. Okay. So I'm buying it. They're paying me 27 cents, and I'm buying it for $1.20 less than it's trading at right now.
Okay.
How bad of a deal can that be?
Exactly. And how do you pick your time horizon? When you're selling puts, how far out do you typically go?
1 week.
Okay.
Maximum for me is a week. I never sell anything that's front week, with the exception of I'm selling SPY, I'm selling front day. They have 3 different strikes, or 3 different expirations rather, on SPYs. Other than that, it's always front week. I don't want to be obligated a long time. When you trade options, folks, for those of you that don't, you want to buy options for as much time as you can afford to buy, and you want to sell them for as little time as you have to be in that position. Obligation, a little bit of time. Rights, as much time as I can afford.
Okay. And are you picking stocks to do this with that you're okay owning for a longer time horizon? Or how do you pick which symbols?
Yeah, so I have a filter that I go through. There's a program that we have. We talked a little bit about Jason and I last week called Covered Call Explorer. And I actually go through and find candidates for my students every week. And here, actually, let me see if I can move this over. If you guys want to see here, this is our plays for this week, guys. Check this out. So these are our trades for this week. Here's the symbols that we're looking at for this week. You can see this one out for today's date, right?
Yep.
Here's today's date. American Airline. I already own some, but I am huge on airlines right now. I think American Airlines, Delta Airlines, I think they're good companies for the recovery coming out of COVID. I've been trading them for a while. The cruise lines like Carnival and Royal, I think it's a little bit early on Carnival just yet. I don't know if they're ready. I don't know if people are going to be spending enough money. I think the airlines can react a lot quicker than the cruise lines can right now. But when you're looking, at American Airline as an example, the stock was trading at 1732. I give you an entry roll. So I need a small move to the upside. So just give me a little bit of a move up and we could consider taking that trade. Expiration is today, Friday this week, 2/19, and we're selling the $18 call. So we're giving somebody now the right to take the stock away from us at $18 a share. We're paying $17.32, and they're going to pay us 20 cents, right? Our cost basis means you need $17.12 per share times 100. You have to do options in 100 share increments. And we're getting a 1.15% rate of return for the week, which is 4.62% for the month. It isn't a great rate of return, but if you're able to generate 4.5% a week on your premium, guys, you do this 2 weeks in a row and you've made what the normal S&P 500 does for an entire year. And then you look at companies like Abercrombie, who's paying 5%. AEO is paying almost 7% for a month, right? Then you've got RAD, R-A-D, which is right here, is at 14% for the month. I mean, phenomenal numbers in there.
Okay. And Rob, I made you explain the mechanism of selling puts. You just brought up selling calls. Do you mind taking us through that transaction as well?
The covered call one, you mean?
Yep.
Absolutely. So if we go back to the option chain that I had up here, if I was looking at play as an example, the stock is trading at $36.95, right? I'm going to look for an option with a delta of about 40. So I'm going to go with the $35 strike. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on buy. Actually, not what I wanted to do. I need to right click on it. Let's go to buy and let's go to covered or married stock. So we're going to buy, and let's make this easy and just do 100 shares so it's easier to understand, right? We would buy 100 shares of stock and sell one contract of the $38 call. If we're doing this at the mid price, which I always go after the mid price, we're looking at $36.39 would be our cost to enter into this trade. And what are we doing? We're giving someone the right to take the stock away at 38 while it's trading at 37, we'll call it. And for that right, we're getting paid something. Because I'm doing this as a married position, the call and the stock, I'm able to negotiate both the bid-ask spread on the stock and the bid-ask spread on the option at the same time. Market makers tend to like it better that way as well because they're doing two transactions at once in there. But I get a better deal by negotiating it that way. So okay. All I'm trying to do is say, can I find a stock that I think is going to stay the same, go down a little bit, go up a little bit, and the worst thing that happens is it takes off. If it skyrockets like a GameStop, then I'm giving the stock away. If this runs to 200, I'm giving it away at $38. Nothing I can do.
Yep. And so what did you say was the cost of these calls?
So this call right here, if you were renting this out, guys, you can rent this out for about 50 cents a week.
Okay. So
if you own play 100 shares, you can rent it out for about $200 a month. Instead of just holding it and waiting for the price to rise, go ahead and start selling the covered calls. Okay.
So to recap, you're buying the stock. So again, we're using Dave & Buster's as the example here. So you're buying the stock for $36.92. And then you're selling the calls, the $38 strike calls. So about, a little more than $1 above where the stock is now. And when you do that, you're collecting 50 cents a share straight into your account. If the stock goes down or hangs out, you keep the stock, you keep your 50 cents, you go on to the next thing. If the stock rips higher, let's say it gets up to $40, then, you still get your 50 cents and you're selling the stock for 38.
Correct. So, and don't, the one thing to remember, folks, is just because it gets to 38 today, that doesn't mean you lose your stock. Normally, they will not take that stock away from you until the last day, which is Friday's expiration, because whatever time value is in there, if someone exercises, they give up the time value.
Yep.
And Luke, what I did is I put a I put together this weekend because I knew Jason and I talked a lot about these last week. I did a video about 20, 25 minutes on covered calls, how to pick them, how to trade them, all that good stuff. Just the link, I think it's in the chat box. I think it was pinned, supposed to be pinned to the chat there, or it's in the link somewhere. But and I got someone in here as well. If you guys could drop that in, that would be great. But if you guys go and click on that link, guys, it's a free video. And then this covered call explorer that I brought in here, this here, guys, I'm giving you, if you want, there's a 2-week trial to this, right? There's no cost, there's no charge, there's no anything. It's a 2-week trial. Come in and check it out. See if you think it's worth it for you. You got covered calls, naked puts, and Starbucks proved to be a phenomenal diagonal last week. So I'm very excited for that one. We took that one on Friday as well.
There we go. And producer Aaron, can you make sure we get that video in there, pinned, spam the chat with it, throw it in the chat 20 times, because we get so many questions about selling options. I'll promise you guys I'll do a couple live trades this week too. I've got a couple candidates that I'm looking at now, so we'll keep those going throughout the week. But yeah, let's get that video in there. That's what we all need.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great strategy, guys. Look, I do it in my retirement account. It's great there because remember, we talked about it last week if you were in the show. If you own a stock and you write a covered call and you're doing it in a non-retirement account, you put that stock on hold for its short-term capital gains versus long-term if you have it encumbered. If you encumber the stock, you halt the long-term capital gains kicking in. So if you own it a year and every single month you wrote covered calls, you really don't own it at all. It's a short-term capital gain if you had to sell that stock. In retirement account, I don't deal with that.
Yep. All right. I like it. Rob, anything else we should talk about?
Yeah, so the GameStop is done, guys. I don't know if you've seen it, but we talked about it last week. When I say done, I'm talking about naked puts. Remember, we were looking for that high flyer last week. GameStop, I was selling naked puts at 50, 60, 70 cents last week. And if you look right now, if we go over to GameStop and pull that one up, let's see. If we're looking at naked puts, we want to find a 20 delta. I have.
And why do you choose the 20 delta? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, delta is a calculator that tells us our percentage of chance of being right or wrong in the trade. If we're selling a 20 delta, we have a 20% chance of being wrong in that trade. Mm-hmm. Right? So it gives me enough odds that the majority of the time I am going to be right. Understanding you may have to buy the stock at some point.
Yep.
Right. So right now the stock is trading at 49.5. Last week I was selling the 20s. And I was able to pick up 50, 60, 70 cents for one contract. And the 20s right now are worth 7 cents, 5 by 7. There's no premium left in them whatsoever. So, and having to, with the risk that's going on here with where GameStop came from, and it could easily go back to 20, I surely do not want to go look for a 20 delta and sell the 43. I'm so close to where we are. We could easily blow through that 43. And if we do, I really don't want to have to buy GameStop at 43 bucks. So keep your eyes on the hotels. Keep your eyes on the cruise lines down the road. The airlines are now, folks, I think that they can recover very quickly as, people get the injections. The government just secured more of the vaccine. If it starts working out and we still see numbers keep dropping, I think you'll see the airlines pick up quite a bit of business. Good money and covered calls on airlines.
Awesome. And the thing that I always like to watch for airlines, guys, I'll do an update this week. Look at, I always have my notepad. I wrote on my notepad. I've got a purple pen today. The thing I wrote down is I like to look at the TSA numbers. I love looking at the TSA. It publishes a number of people who go through the checkpoints every single day, compares it to the previous year. So we're still pre-COVID, I think. Yeah, we're still pre-COVID. So we can see how air travel is starting to ramp up from pre-COVID. So we'll do an update on that later this week too.
Cool.
Awesome.
Look forward to it.
All right, Rob. Thanks for joining again. Producer Aaron, drop that link in the chat for people to check out the video. Drop the link to Rob's site, Wealth Builders. There's some great info there. And if you guys want to become better options traders, you should probably follow along. Don't learn on your own. Let somebody teach you, be guided, and make some money, and we'll go from there.
Guys, go watch the free video. I put it together for you guys particularly. After my talk with Jason last week, so I'm going to go ahead and put that out there so you've got something to watch and learn how to do it.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Rob. Happy trading.
All right. Take care, folks. You too.
And stay warm.
Yeah. You as well. Bye.
Thanks. All right. All right, guys. there we have it. We did some options trading. I mean, I promised you guys some serious guests today. Go ahead, smash that like if you're doing any of that options trading. So some other stocks to talk about here. I got Vuzi, SOS, NYT all out of the chat. I'm gonna get to those in a second here. Other items that we've got coming up on the show. We are going to have a chat challenge. It's my favorite way to start every single week. It's where ZingerNation is going head to head to see who is the best trader out there, who should we be listening to in the chat, who can throw out the best stock picks. So we are going to be doing that. The winner is going to get a free Benzinga Pro account for a year. I don't know if I'm even authorized to give it away for a year, but I said it, so that's what we're doing. The chat challenge. We're then going to be talking social sentiment. We actually have Breathe Carolina coming on the show. Hit musicians, now into trading. So they're going to be talking about some of the trades that they have and some of the stocks that they're looking at. And I'm going to be doing crypto too. We started a new crypto show last week with our crypto editor here at Benzinga. It's going to be at 2:00 Eastern. So a ton of content to pack into there. But all right, first things first, let's talk about some of these stocks. All right, ticker SOS. I'm going to throw that one up. Let me get my screen share on here now. I need glasses. All right, ticker SOS. The thing is ripping. It still has energy in it. I like this one. We had Mr. Ryan pitch this one on the show last week. The stock was $4. They did an offering. I was worried. I didn't buy it. The stock has just kept on running, so let's go. If you're not in this one now, let's see it break out to highs. Let's get a little bit of energy and momentum on here. We're sort of in that midday range where these stocks just go sideways. Let's watch this thing into the close. If it's hitting highs into the close, I might jump on the bandwagon and get in that one with the rest of you guys. And we're going to actually try to bring Ryan onto the show basically to repitch this one. If you missed it, I think it was last week on Tuesday was when he initially pitched it. I don't remember why he liked the stock. If anybody remembers why he likes the stock, throw it out there. But there's the move on that one, SOS. And then let's take a quick look at NYT as well, guys. Anybody who's been watching the show for a while knows that New York Times is my favorite stock to trade, and I'll show you why. I guess let's start with the theory, right? You win in the markets when you have better info than anybody else, right? You have a competitive advantage. You think you have some reason to win. Check this one out. Make the chart bigger, Luke. All right, I'll do it. But check this out. I'm gonna go show you guys the Benzinga traffic. Little sneak peek. Don't tell Jason that I'm sort of pulling the curtain back. All right, look at this. This is the number of people that we have reading articles on Benzinga.com every day. Look at how strong these numbers are the past couple of weeks. Right, so this is a 30-day view, I believe, that we're looking at right here. No, it's a 60-day view, somewhere around there. You see, okay, we have some good readership, we have some good traffic, and then all of a sudden, boom, it explodes. We're getting tons and tons of web traffic. All right, I've traded New York Times as a Benzinga.com traffic arbitrage probably a dozen times and never gotten it wrong. Our traffic is soaring, especially this week, right? You've got all these people across the country locked in from snowstorms. I think that it might be time to take another crack at New York Times. I'm not in the stock right now. We traded it right into the last earnings call. We made some money. But based on what I've been seeing these past couple of weeks, I like the New York Times trade, the NYT. So we're going to be taking a look at that one. Throw it on your watch list. If you're not in it now, definitely a good time to consider it. I'll be doing some updates throughout the day, throughout the week. And that might be a new position that we're taking on, guys. But all right, I just did a little bit of a segue. I said you win when you have better information than anybody else, right? You have some sort of competitive advantage in the market. So I want to use that as a plug to bring our next guest on to the stream, Landon Swann from LikeFolio. Landon, what's up, man?
Hey, Luke, how you doing? Good to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And is it snowy where you are? I've got to do the snow check.
We got maybe 8 inches last night. Yep.
And where are
Kids
you?
are loving it. We're in Louisville, Kentucky.
All right. So even in Kentucky. Wow. Yep. Okay. Going head to head with Michigan on that one. I think we're somewhere around 10 inches or so. But yeah, all right. The whole nation's just getting dumped on. Great if you own oil. All right, Landon, tell us a little bit about LikeFolio, what you guys do, how you source data, and then let's hop into some of these hot trends.
Sure. So at LikeFolio, what we're trying to do is discover shifts in consumer spending behavior. The way that we do that is we tie into social media. We're basically mining it for when people are talking about the brands and products that publicly traded companies own. So we collect those mentions, we analyze them for positive or negative sentiment, and then most importantly, whether or not people are talking about spending money on those products. We track that over time and see where the trend takes us. And it's been extremely powerful. We've been published. We've got data from Georgetown University did a study on us. We've got hedge funds and quant funds that buy our data. So it's really strong stuff, and it makes sense because if you think about it, it's basically like a real-time survey of 100 million people, and they're just telling you where they're spending their money.
Okay, so Landon, you're surveying 100 million people, but have you ever warmed up for a band before?
Not yet.
Okay, well, you are right now. We've got Breathe Carolina coming on after you. It's like you and I are like the warm-up group, and then they'll be coming on. But all right, so you're looking at all the social data. You're getting a sense of what people care about. You're spotting these waves, these trends. What's something that's jumped up recently that's been interesting to you?
Sure. So let's take a look at Planet Fitness. So this is a company, they own gyms across the country. And what's really interesting is if you look at the stock chart, I think we can pull it up here. I believe I'm sharing my screen.
You're not. I can help. There it is. All right. Perfect. We got it.
All right. So we've got our data here. This is actually the LikeFolio dashboard. And the green line is the 90-day moving average of people saying, I'm signing up for a Planet Fitness membership in some way or another, right? I mean, obviously, that's not the language they use, but we analyze it. We've got algorithms that figure that out. Look at how seasonal it is. It's extremely seasonal. It's all about that New Year's resolution, right? Everybody, January 1st, they decide they're going to lose the weight that they've been putting on over the holidays. And then, of course, it tails off. And then next December, they make a new one and say, you know what, back to it this time.
And we're looking at like 10 years-ish of data here.
Yes, and I zoomed out because I wanted you to be able to see exactly how seasonal this is. So the green line is that people talking about signing up for Planet Fitness. The gray line's the stock chart, just kind of for reference. Now, one thing I want you to notice is look at what this green line normally does around New Year's. It spikes every time, but look what it's doing right now. It's basically nothing. I mean, it is non-existent. If we actually go over to the fiscal quarter view, so you can see here, you can tell which ones are the Q1s, right? These are, this is when people are signing up. This is the Q1 right now. It's happening right now. January 1st is when this quarter started. So this isn't the quarter that they're about to report. They're about to report Q4, which I think everyone knows is a big miss. I mean, it's been terrible to own a gym during COVID. Half the time it's been shut down. The other half the time, if you want to run on a treadmill, you got to have a mask on, and people hate that. So nobody's going to the gyms, nobody's signing up. And I think that's kind of baked into the stock price, or based into expectations anyway. But when you look at Q1, because I think that when they get on this call, analysts are going to ask them, how are New Year's resolutions going? And we've got the ability to kind of project out and see where it's trending for. So you saw that line graph before, and you can see why the current quarter's pace is about negative 60% year over year. So in other words, people are absolutely not signing up for new memberships at Planet Fitness, according to our data. And with an earnings report out coming up soon and stock near all-time highs, this has a setup for a really strong bearish trade. Okay,
I like that one. So Planet Fitness, it's 2 days that they're reporting after the close. So that'd be Thursday. And like, how exactly are you extracting like this estimated sign up number? Like, are you looking at Twitter and seeing the number of people who are tweeting about, hey, I'm at Planet Fitness right now, or how do you do it?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we actually have a partnership with Twitter where we receive the entire fire hose. And of course, that's a ton of information. It's like 9,000 pieces of information per second. So we've got to find a way to filter that down and make sense of it. So we've built what we call a brand to company database, where we know every brand and product owned by the companies we track and how people refer to those on social media. And so that's really the key, is we can use that as a filter against Twitter and say, okay, how many people are talking about Planet Fitness? How many people are happy about it? How many people are unhappy? And then, of course, how many people are signing up? So what's interesting, we've got the signups here. This is new memberships in Planet Fitness, and it's really, really struggling, obviously. But what's also interesting, if we go down to the happiness chart, you can see that it's been pretty steady. So green is happy.
Tell us what the happiness
Yeah.
chart is.
Green is happy mentions, red is unhappy mentions, and then the purple line is the sort of ratio between the two. So right before COVID, about 62% of people who mentioned Planet Fitness were happy in one way or the other. And that's been a pretty steady line throughout the history. But now, as you can see, starting in the middle of June, it's dipped down now around 50%. And that is a big move when it comes to LikeFolio data. As you know, people on social media, they generally complain more than they don't. So having it around 60 is not bad for a gym, but having it drop 10 points is bad. So people are unhappy with the experience. And as we've seen, they're not signing up.
Okay. No, that's interesting. So somebody put a pretty interesting long thesis on the stock in the chat. Jared Hicks, he said, Planet Fitness is going to gain market share with local gyms going out of business. I think that's sort of interesting. But I might hit this bearish trade into earnings, right? If they're getting asked about the Q1 signups and they're going to be bad, and then flip it the other way. I think that sort of might be an interesting way to play the stock.
Yeah, I think so. I think that that point is really valid. I think it goes for gyms and restaurants. You're knocking out small businesses, mom and pop gyms and restaurants are getting knocked out. The big chains are going to take over market share in the long run. But if there's any expectation at all that people are getting back to gyms and working out and hitting that New Year's resolutions, which is for a subscription business is really, really important, I think that they're going to be disappointed. I think analysts are going to be disappointed on that.
That's a good point. So they missed the mark on Q1 earnings, and that's their big catalyst to get people locked in for the next 6, 12, 18 months, whatever. I mean, it's the rest of the year is going to have to be revised downward. It's not like just one quarter of bad earnings.
Right, exactly. Now it's I think $10-15 a month, and you can cancel anytime. So there's a little more fluidity, I guess, with this gym membership than most. I don't think they lock you in, but if I'm an analyst, I'm definitely concerned that just the number of people excited about getting back to working out is that low. And what's really interesting, so we track other trends as well. It's not just brands and products, but we look at what's happening as just a consumer macro trend, and things like working out from home or working out with a YouTube video or whatever, home gym consultations and trainers, things like that. Those are at all-time highs. Those are record-breaking right now. Everybody's jumping on that bandwagon. There's a reason behind, like, Peloton is doing so well. And so there's a big shift from going to the gym to saying, you know what, I'm going to work out at home. And people have been buying a lot of workout equipment. And I think it may be a trend that sort of sticks. And obviously that's going to be bad for gyms.
Can we look at Palantir? Can we look at that chart?
Palantir. Actually, we've got. Let me bring up Peloton.
Why am I saying Palantir? I always do this. Peloton. Sorry, PTO1. Yep. I always freaking do that one.
Sure. So this is this is Peloton's chart, and you can see pretty strong trajectory. This is a 3-year chart. Right here is where the quarantine began. Monster run up in purchase intent. And of course, the stock has followed tremendously. Now we've even got all-time highs on it as well. So not only did people buy a lot of bikes and download the app, but they've actually held on to that and continued. And so this is sort of the Planet Fitness killer. It's not just biking, obviously, but Peloton's got an app where you can do all kinds of different workouts. And I think this is the embodiment of the trend that's killing gyms. And I think this is going to be a bad one for Planet Fitness.
Yeah. And if anybody's just joining, we're looking at social mentions over time. All right. So Landon, he's got a software. It basically looks at, your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever, and figures out how often are brands getting mentioned over time. But all right, Landon, what else should we look at? What other trends, stocks, markets, etc.?
I think that Planet Fitness is my favorite. One other one that I think is pretty interesting. Walmart is one that we've talked about a lot. I'm going to bring up the bars on this one. They've done a good job lately of really accelerating. I think that they've become a bit of a Amazon killer in that if you think about Amazon's got about 110 distribution centers around the country. Walmart, I believe, has 4,500 stores. So if you think of those stores as distribution centers instead, then you can see why people are shifting over to companies like Walmart, Target, Best Buy. That's been a huge one because Amazon during the quarantine had all kinds of shipping delays. It used to be just 100% chance you'd get your item in 2 days, right? Sometimes 1 day. Then it got out to 5 days, 2 weeks, and people were getting frustrated with that. And then they discovered that Walmart, Best Buy, Target had curbside pickup where you could just go drive down and pick it up in 30 minutes or next day delivery because they've got all these stores all over the country. So this is one that I think is a little bit more of a longer term play. And I think it's definitely going to take market share away from Amazon.
All right, that was a ballsy statement you just made. You said Walmart is the Amazon killer. I mean that's aggressive.
Look, I don't
like
think Amazon's going down, right? They're not going to be killed, but they're going to lose market share because of just, again, it's convenience, and it's Walmart, it's Target, and it's Best Buy. It's all three of those because they're doing a fantastic job with curbside pickup and local delivery, whereas Amazon is struggling because they just don't have the infrastructure. So forever it was Walmart couldn't compete with Amazon because they didn't have the technology. And that was true. They tried again and again to launch their website and make it usable, and they kept failing. But once they got the technology down, which is probably the easy part, think about the infrastructure part. Now, all of a sudden, they've got stores everywhere. Treat those like distribution nodes, and it's much easier to deliver quickly and keep people happy.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to take that and give you guys an interesting REIT play. It's Agree Realty, ticker ADC, Alpha Delta Charlie. And so, you know, like a lot of commercial and retail REIT has gotten hammered by COVID, obviously. The thing that sets Agree apart from a lot of the other REITs is that they focus on owning locations. Like they own retail stores, right? Or like the physical presences, the ground that they're on. But they focus their portfolio on owning stores that can compete in an omni-channel world, right? So it's not like they own malls or strip malls or anything along those lines. It's like they're buying the Home Depot property, right? And so that can be used for omni-channel, right? So the land can be adapted. It's a standalone piece of property. You know, they can use it for delivery, right? Same day delivery. You know, buy online, pick up only. The parking lot can be transformed, you know, for you to buy online, go just pick up the stuff and leave. So if anybody wants an interesting real estate play, again, the stock is ADC. Compared to other REITs, they're differentiated because they specifically own properties where they basically retailers can set up to be omni-channel, not just purchase in store, but leverage those presences to do delivery, you know, to do this buy online, to be able to adapt the property to have more trucking beds, etc. So interesting idea there.
Very cool. Cool. Thanks for sharing that. Last one I want to show you before I hop off.
Let's do it.
Shopify. They are, as far as we're concerned, they are turning things around. They're changing things.
And how long is this chart that we have right now?
So this one is actually just 3 years. And you can see it was on a nice trajectory. The purchase intent, again, green line is people talking about signing up for or using a company's products like Shopify. It was on a nice trajectory, upward trend until March, April, May. Then it absolutely ran up as all kinds of businesses started to get online. And I'll tell you, as an entrepreneur, the hardest thing when it comes to starting a business is figuring out all the little pieces, right? You're good at making your widgets or whatever it is, but figuring out marketing, figuring out sales, getting the website, that is really difficult. And everyone 5 or 10 years ago was reinventing the wheels on their sign-up page and their customer experience with subscriptions and whatnot. A company like Shopify comes along and just changes it and makes it easy for everyone to sign up and have the best, you know, A/B tested everything. And they just get that done quickly for you. They take a small piece of the action, and it's a no-brainer for small businesses. So as companies went online over the last year or so because of the quarantine, Shopify was the one that they turned to. And now, normally what we see in a situation where there's a huge influx of customers because of a special event like the quarantine, you would expect that green line to sort of revert back to where it was before. Instead, it's holding these all-time highs, suggesting that this is more of an adoption and a behavior change than anything. So they have done a great job of getting new customers and then keeping them happy. Actually, I'll show you the happiness chart as well. look at this number here, 83%. I know we just talked about Planet Fitness down around 50%. This is how you keep customers and get new ones through referrals.
Yeah,
so Shopify is crushing it. And of course,
so you're saying that 80% of the social mentions about Shopify, ticker SHOP, are positive. What's average or what's standard?
So normally we're seeing in the 70s range, right? It really depends on industry. If you're talking airlines, 45 or 50 is good. If you're talking services like this, I think 70 is pretty good. Or devices, I think the iPhone's around 70 or so. And so the fact that anybody that gets over 80 is very strong, and 84 for Shopify is fantastic.
Okay, wait. Can we look at Comcast really quick? I want to see what the happiness rating is on Comcast.
We don't cover Comcast.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry. I bet it's extremely low.
Like 8%.
Yeah, there's some frustrated people out there for sure. And that's another one. You know, one of the things that we saw, this is a side note, but this is kind of cool. What we can discover with this social media data was the whole cord cutting movement for a while when Disney Plus was coming out and saying, you know, we're going to launch this service. All the analysts were wondering, are they taking market share away from Netflix? And what we discovered was that as people signed up for Disney Plus because they had the free trial through Verizon, they actually got on there. They weren't sure how to use it. So they went and they bought either a Roku TV or Roku device. Monster day for Roku. Is the biggest day for Roku in our history when Disney Plus launched.
Can you pull the chart?
Yeah. And then once they got their Roku device, they said, you know what? I didn't know there's all these other things I could sign up for. And they actually signed up for Netflix as well. So Disney Plus launching was huge for Roku, huge for Netflix. So it's a kind of a win-win-win. They just lifted everyone up.
Okay. All right. This data is so fun.
It's really cool.
If you just tuned in, we're looking at social mentions, right? All of the Twitter posts, Instagram, etc., of different brands. Do you have any cruise lines on here?
Yeah, we do.
All right, let's see that one. It's going to look like a cliff, guys. I'm just going to give you a heads up now. Yeah, there we go.
This is people talking about maybe I wish I could go on a cruise. I want to, and then no chance, right? I mean, if you look at what they're at, here's the year-over-year number, negative 50%. Really, really struggling. And it actually looks kind of similar to an airline. So here's Delta. And I'll zoom out a little bit. You can get a better idea of where they were.
What time horizon is this now?
So now we're on a 5-year chart for Delta. Was trending fairly well and has just since fallen off a cliff. I mean, again, cut in half. I'm looking forward to getting things back to normal. We don't see it yet, obviously, in travel stocks, but soon, hopefully.
All right. The Delta one sort of surprises me because on this show we track the TSA check-in numbers, and I mean the travel in January was stronger than it was in December, despite all the holidays that we had in December. So the airline one surprises me a little bit.
Yeah, it's interesting because even mentions are going down. So the third chart that I didn't pull up is just people talking about the airlines, whether or not they're happy, unhappy, or moving or going on them. So it's really just about what people are talking about online. But I think that the strongest data that we've got is the ones that are extremely consumer facing. So companies like Planet Fitness that we talked about, Walmart, Shopify, these are all the ones that I absolutely love. So, I must disclose, I've got puts on Planet Fitness. I know you guys like to disclose that kind of stuff. And we've put this out to our members at LikeFolio, so just be aware of it.
Yeah, okay. So of all the ideas that you shared, again, guys, we're looking at the social mentions. Short Planet Fitness was my favorite one. If you're just tuning in, basically the thesis is, Planet Fitness's biggest quarter every single year is the New Year's resolutioners, right? That's people joining a gym because they want to get in shape for the year. They quickly lose that motivation by January 15th. But regardless, it's a big sales boom for Planet Fitness. We did not see the social mentions this January like we did every single year. Companies reporting earnings after the close on Thursday. They are going to get asked about how is the start of the year, how's the New Year's rush on that conference call. They're not going to have good things to share per this data set. I like that. I'm going to look for a bearish play to get into PF. Maybe not short the stock. Maybe we will, but maybe we'll look at puts for it. So, all right. If you guys want to look at the Planet Fitness trade, come back tomorrow. I'll have something queued up for that one.
Awesome.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right, man. Thanks for joining.
Hey, thanks a lot, Luke. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. It is time for our chat challenge, guys. Let me just go ahead, share this document because I'm sure that producer Aaron did not. He didn't, as expected every week. All right, there we go. Yeah, set up. All right, I'm about to start spamming the chat with this document. This is our chat challenge, guys. This is where Zinger Nation is going head to head every single week. We're trying to figure out who is the best trader in the chat, who should we be listening to, who out there in Zinger Nation has got the cuts, who can make the calls. We're doing something fun this week, guys. Again, in the chat, click on it. We're asking, what is the price of Bitcoin going to be at this time on Friday? That's the question. Right now, we're sitting right around that 50K mark. I think we got that crossover the 50K. We'll be doing crypto at 2 o'clock Eastern today. But the question is, what is the price of Bitcoin going to be? Please be courteous as you're filling this in. It looks like I didn't share it right. Can view. Okay, don't worry. Can edit. There we go. Editor. All right, go. Do not delete other people's guesses. Do not write profanities in the thing. Just because I'm saying that, I know that everybody will. Go in this link. If you're already on it, refresh. I'm going to spam the chat with it a couple more times. Do not write profanities in the thing. Just whoa. Jason, what's up, man? You're here. What's up? What's up? Okay, we can't hear him, but that's all right. We got the head bob. We'll take that.
You can hear me.
There we go. Okay. What's up?
I'm just not talking yet.
All right. Just just keep the head bobbing going. We'll get to the talking at some point.
Yeah,
Jason, we have a jam-packed show today.
I just got to say, celebration. Come on. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. If you're listening to the show and you listened last week, you made more money today and Friday. You don't know what to do. So I say come down to Florida and come in the pool and celebration. Come on.
Are you talking about our TRCH? Hugh Henney pitched that one last week on the show, 240. Stock is now at $4.50. Hugh hanging out in the chat earlier today said he's looking to get above 450.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Move. What that's better than that?
I missed that.
Did you get Tiger? That. I pitched Tiger on Friday. 20% on Tiger today.
Shut up. I own Tiger. Okay. So, hey, trust. If you're cringing for me, I'm cringing for myself as well, man. So we're in the same boat. What a freaking weirdo I am. I agree. But I missed Hugh Henney's amazing call on that one. That was when I had
he's correcting us. He pitched it at 240 is what it was at on our show. All right.
He pitched at 120. Okay. So, I had Apple problems. Well, you know what I'm going crazy about, Lukey Dookie?
What is that?
I'm going crazy, Lukey Dookie. I'm sorry for calling you that right now. It's not appropriate.
I like that. It's a good name.
I'm going crazy about KMPH. Viv told me to keep it, so I kept most of it. It's up another 19%. We bought it at 680. It's at 1110. Tiger, we bought at 1025 to 36. Generac, that I bought those call options way back when. Well, there's a big snowstorm I hear about. I'm in Florida, so I don't know. I don't know. It's up $20. Why aren't we talking about the snow place? Why aren't we talking about the recoveries, the Generacs? Who's going to be the generators? What is that? Bill is up.
Well, that's why you're here.
And then AMYZF is up 28%. The chat gave it to us. Voyager, AACQ, BTN. That was my pick of the year. BTN, JFU.
I didn't look at that one today. What's BTN doing today?
Bingo, BNGO. BTN is up 4%. So no, it's not a Hugh pick. It's not up 250%. I agree, but it's still a day that you need to celebrate, and you need to hope Mitch Hodge comes back with a trade, because Mitch Hodge is getting killed in this contest right now.
Yep. Wait, can we get a peek out the window of Florida? Everybody's looking at Michigan. We've got 12 inches of snow. I literally saw somebody snowshoeing. I swear to God, this is like some real Michigan shit. I saw somebody snowshoeing on my way to work today.
I got you. Oh, that's overcast.
All right, what do we have?
Storm. Hold on.
Okay.
Is it working?
It's working. All right, it looks pretty nice. I mean, I think it depends on which what sort of sport you guys are in. If you like snowshoeing, snowmobiling, I wrecked a snowmobile once. We'll do that story in another day. Come visit me in Michigan. If you like swimming in the pool, you like sunbathing, you like playing tennis, whatever it may be, then I guess.
Watch, guys. Watch this. Hold on. Well, I'm going to show you something pretty cool.
All right.
I'm going to mute myself for 1 second.
Now we're going to get to our next guest.
What did we say? What did you say? We got a new stock.
Now we're getting to our next guest.
No, wait, one second. Next guest is Riley. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Wave. You guys see them in the pool down there? You're on the show. Say hi. You see them?
Hi.
You see them down there?
No, I mean, it's sort of tough to see them. I heard the hi.
Yeah, that was Riley and her friends. And then this is Florida. There's some buildings. Do you guys know who Grant Cardone is?
Yes.
Do you guys know who Grant Cardone is? Press 1 if you know who Grant Cardone is. His office is right there. I could go. They invited me to come meet there, but I right now I'm not going. But
It's not big time enough. You're having too much fun with us.
I know I passed on it. Why would I want to go talk to Grant Cardone? I got Zinger Nation here. Go talk to Grant Cardone. Well, maybe I should go talk to Grant Cardone. Maybe I will ping him and go talk to him. We'll see about that. What about VUZI, Luke?
Boozy.
What about
I think we talked about that one.
SCKT? Jim Cramer likes SCKT. Check out SCKT.
All right, there's Socket. Holy crap.
Wait. Is he? I own this stock, dude.
You do not own this one.
Yeah, I do.
It would have been the first on your list.
You're
you
right.
said you don't have any 250% plays.
I don't have
but
this
you have some 20% plays. If
These
you
guys
owned this
been-
one, it would have been on the list.
Well, I'm buying it maybe today. I don't know. Wait. What about EXPI? This guy's talking shit that my EXPI was wrong. Let's see what EXPI is doing.
Who?
Oh, EXPI is down 50%.
It's a bad day.
Is that what I own? Hold on. I got to make sure this is the one I own. Because if this is the true, I'll be really sad right now. It was put in a bad mood. Hold on.
Wait, I don't know if it's not actually. I don't think it's actually down 50%.
Hold on.
Hold on. This might be a stock split.
This guy's freaking me out. EXPI is not down at all. Whoever told me it was down, I'm going to the chat. That guy's blocked forever.
I think it's a stock split.
What the hell was this guy saying?
Yeah, it's a split. Not Yoda in the chat. Shout out Zinger Nation, always keeping us in line.
Yeah.
Stock split. You're good.
Psycho Tropic Thunder, you got to go jump in a lake or something. You freaked me out, man. Jeez Louise. What the heck was that?
All right, guys. And just to close out the chat challenge for the week, again, we're asking what is the price of Bitcoin going to be at this time on Friday? I just did some quick numbers for you. Median guess 51,000, so that's up about 2% from where we are now. Max guess 90,000. Min guess $69. Somebody knows my favorite number out there and just threw that one as a guess. I'm guessing it's going to be higher than that and lower than the 90, but we'll see. So check in every day. We're going to be figuring out who's on top, guys. If you have not put your guess in,
I gotta talk to the show, Luke. They've been all waiting to hear what happened.
all right.
I know you have a guest coming up, but you guys, flag football against the UMWCCO United Wholesale. We were up 13 points with 6 minutes to go. Our guy gets an interception. There's no flag thrown. I have it on video, and I will show it to you guys. 15 seconds later, they said that my son went off sides or something, and he was blitzing. We didn't. We should have been up 20 points. Even Ishbia said that it was BS. Well, we lost in the last minute. 2 crazy penalty calls. Well, hopefully we get them in the championship, and we'll take it to them there. I expect all you guys to come to town to watch the championship. It's going to be brutal. Like, this game is going to be brutal, but we lost by 2 points in the last minute on 2 crazy penalties, okay? That's the story. Anyway, I told about the game last week, so I just wanted to update you guys. That's it. I mean, guys, I'm sad. I'm sad because we really should have won. And it's in Detroit. Yeah, I know. It's not Florida. It's in Detroit. It was good. I mean, we lost. And, whoa, I look terrible here. Let me elevate myself. I look like a scary monster. Whoa. If I was you guys, that would turn me off right now. Let me go higher. There we go.
Youth sports suck.
What?
My favorite comment is youth sports suck. I don't know what the story was. I walked away for a second to get my big water.
Joe O'Connor came to the game, and then it was offsides, and then we get the guy down.
We get the guy down and we pulled his flag and they called it, we tackled him. I have it on video. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the referees work at United Wholesale. I kind of think they did. And someone said that to me. I don't know if it's true. Yeah, Brian, it didn't feel like I learned. We were up 13 points with 6 minutes to go. Yeah, yes, Joseph. I know you're about to make fun of me, but listen, his team hasn't lost in 4.5 years and 10 seasons. We were poised to win. Well, they have lost, but they didn't have the ringer in. They should have lost. It was bullshit. And that's a story. That's a story. I'm going to ask for different refs next game. I hope. Yeah, I'll put that on. I'll feature Joseph Newhall, Luke, if you won't. Oh, yeah, you did it. Okay, good. That's a story. Flag football. I'm pissed against Matt, and I like him. Hey, look, who is Tommy Breathe, the guy down there? Who is that?
That's our next guest. I'm ready to roll. I've been, just sitting here listening to the story patiently.
Yeah. Landon said that was fun. Thanks. Landon was good. I watched your episode. We were watching you downstairs, Luke.
Okay, in the pool. Well, if you want to watch,
guys, it is raining in Florida harder than Luke drops basketball slam dunks. Look at it, guys. Can you see?
We can see.
No, it is. Look at that. I'm so glad I'm up here and didn't leave my computer down there. Wow.
All right. Well, if I know anything about Florida, don't worry. You'll be back to some sun shortly. But all right, let's
Luke,
bring.
Why aren't you here, Luke? Why aren't you here with me?
I didn't get invited. You didn't even tell me you were going.
What are you talking about? I said we are going to Florida, and you should come so you can do work and not be bothered by everyone.
Okay. Well, I didn't know when you were going. You could have booked me a ticket. I would have gone. Getting out,
I'll book it.
Out of the snow.
All right, Luke, I'll book it for you tomorrow. You want to come?
Yep. Long DAL.
I'm going to book it.
All right.
Luke is coming to Florida. Luke is coming to Florida.
Woo.
Okay, let's go. Let's bring on the guest. He looks a lot cooler than you live.
All right, Tommy, what's up, man?
What up, dude?
We're live on the Power Hour from LA. Do you have snow there?
No, not even close.
Do you have
Wait, Luke. I got to do one thing. Okay?
Okay.
Before Tommy goes on. And then Tommy, you go on.
Yeah, no
You guys, tomorrow we have this hot segment, and I want you guys to see the preview to it. 1 second. You like that?
I already played the video on accident, but yep.
All right. Thought that was cool. All right.
I got me
Tommy, bring it to us.
You probably have the best audio of any guest that we'll bring on. Is that
I make like sounds for a living, so you would think that I'd have the best audio.
What kind of sounds do you make, man? I see the billboards. Let's hear about this.
Yeah, I make like dance music. That's what those plaques are for.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where the fuck have I been?
Dude, I don't know. In Florida, apparently.
Yeah, no shit.
Luke,
all right, wait, so tell us a little bit about the music career and then how you make the pivot from that into trading.
Yeah, so I've been doing music since professionally since 2010, and we tour all around the world. We're the number 63 DJs in DJ Mag Top 100, and then the pandemic hit and we stopped touring, and then we started trading, just kind of the entire world started trading. And then we found Dan and Hugh and just became friends with them. And then we got super involved in Atlas and that whole squad. And then we started taking trading more and more seriously. And now it's pretty much half our day is trading and then half our day is music. And we do the same amount of both.
Yeah, let's talk about the music business for a little bit. This is something I'm interested in. So I'd imagine that a lot of the money is made, by touring. So how has the industry pivoted? How have you guys pivoted? I see you doing a ton of live streams and doing releases virtually. I'm curious about that.
Yeah, so I would say 90% of your real revenue comes from touring. So then when this happened, we kind of we did a deal with Twitch to be on Twitch every single day and do one big show a month on Twitch. So we have a nice little deal with them there. And then we have sponsors and brands that kind of help us out to do Instagram posts and things like that. And then obviously there's the music royalty side, but the music royalty side is almost like a bonus. Like when you get like a nice royalty check, you're like, oh, I was not expecting this at all. This is cool.
Great.
Yeah, so that's kind of it. So during this whole time, we've just been working on like merch and working on brand deals and things that could kind of fill the void of the touring.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's going to be this summer or next summer or whenever it's going to be, but whenever you guys get back to touring, I'm sure it's going to be off the hook. Like it's going to be unreal like never before.
Yeah, I would imagine it's going to be insane. I mean, I don't know, but like I would think that people have like a yearning to like go out.
I do at least. All right.
Yeah,
well, all right. I'll help. We need to make sure that you get a show in Detroit. All right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just going to be bumming, or I'll fly and visit in LA. I don't know.
Where do we play in Detroit? We play it's called Electricity, I think, in Detroit.
Yep. Yeah. Northern Michigan. No.
Yeah,
no. In Ann Arbor, that's where it is.
Yeah. We play there a lot. So hopefully after this is done, we can come hang.
All right, let's go. Air horns on that one. All of the nation's invited there. We're all going.
Oh, everybody. Yeah. Free show for everyone.
So do you rap too at all?
I wish, dude. I don't.
Did you hear me singing earlier?
Yeah, no, you have a beautiful voice. I was gonna say after this we should hop in the chat and maybe get you on something.
How about get me off something? That's it. My
level. While you do it, maybe you can eat during the interviews, just not while you're singing.
Dude, was it sunny as hell and then 2 seconds later raining like crazy?
The biggest storm. I mean, honestly, the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like now it stopped raining. I mean, the craziest rainstorm I ever. Like I don't even know. Whatever. Yeah. Someone told me last night, Luke, they need Adderall when they talk to me because I talk so fast.
Maybe you need less Adderall when you talk. Either way.
Whatever.
What's in that big gulp, Luke? What do you got?
Yeah. I mean, we're just day drinking.
The thing is enormous. I love that thing.
It helps me get my vibe for the show.
I feel like a wuss with this little guy right here.
All right, what's in yours?
Just coffee.
Okay. All right. Starting slow.
Yeah.
So what are you trading these days? Your boys are here, by the way.
Which boy?
I don't know, Dan.
Oh yeah, all these. Yeah, dude, I've honestly ever since the GME AMC thing, I closed most of my swings and I've just been day trading a lot just because there's so many like new people in the market, I feel like, and like my swings weren't holding. I was in like every SPAC and I didn't like kind of what it was doing. So I sold a lot of them and I've just been day trading momentum most of the time. Obviously you got Hugh Henney going absolutely freaking insane on TRCH.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so I was in that. He wouldn't let me not be in it.
Wait, Tommy? Yeah. When he was talking about it on the show, I got DMs on Twitter. This company's a fraud. This company's this. Everyone was not everyone. One guy was blowing me up about Torchlight, blowing me up, literally. And so I didn't get into it because this guy was attacking me, and I had nothing to do with it. I don't know shit. I don't, Yeah, he said he was.
We just bring stocks that run 100%. That's what the Power Hour is about, and we deliver.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing pretty good for a fraud. I don't know. He seems like he knew what he was talking about so far.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so there's one. What are some other names you're watching today?
Today, what did I trade today? Hold on, let me pull it up. I think MICT. I traded today. I traded. I have like a swing account and a day trade account. I day traded some Torch today too. And then I'm swinging. I've been swinging SSPK for a while. That's probably my favorite swing. I've had it since like 1050. Yeah, I think it's going to be Weed Maps, and I don't think a lot of people know like all the things that Weed Maps has. They own a record label. They have an events company. So I think that's like a great long-term hold for me. I've had it for a while. I don't think I'm going to let it go anytime soon. Same with Hims. I've had it since it was OAC at like 1050.
What's it at now?
Actually, I'm not looking at it right now. Yeah, like 22.
Yeah. I love this stock.
Hims was on our small cap show, man, and it was at $6, and I bought it then. I love
when like the SPACs that no one's talking about, they seem to react really well.
Right.
Yeah, so I bet those two are awesome for me. I'm still holding Lots. I hope Lots turns around. that one's kind of beating me up a little bit.
We're in that one in the live portfolio too.
Yeah, so hopefully that one turns around and yeah, I mean that's really it today.
All right, well, let's go back to this TRCH a little bit. So you said you've got the swing trade account, you have the day trade account. When you're day trading this thing, what are you looking for? How are you figuring out when to get in or out of it, etc.?
So I'm looking for like with stocks like this that are kind of like hot on the day. I'll look for like the big pop and then the inevitable like big pullback. And then if it has good volume and I kind of see that like all the chat rooms are talking about it. Everybody on Twitter is talking about it. You can kind of assume that the dips are going to get eaten up. That's kind of like how I look at these like super hot stocks. So I'll start scaling in on like the big pullbacks, and then I'll sell the pops. And then I have my position in TRCH2 that I've had since Hugh alerted it. That's in my other account. So I'll just hold that for the merger, and I'll just day trade, kind of like the hype throughout the day on like these like kind of overhyped ones. Not overhyped, but just hyped.
Yeah, the high energy ones, some of these fire stocks.
Yeah, exactly.
And let me ask you this: do you have an air horn that you use at your shows?
Dude, I do have an air horn, and Dan has me like blow it. We talk on voice like all day while we're trading. So I have like this little soundboard here, and I'll like when something goes crazy, I'll do it for Dan.
Do yours.
Well, now I don't have it pulled up now.
Damn it! All right,
you're putting me on the spot, man. Yeah, you got one. What do you have it on? Do you just have like buttons in front of you that you just press whenever you're
Hell yes.
Damn.
I got the real buttons. Look at this.
You're set up over there. Oh wow,
Yeah,
you got a whole making sure you're so set up, dude.
And no, I got like an explicit folder.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Holy.
Yeah.
Wait, we can cuss? Are we allowed to cuss on here?
Yeah, in good taste.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna go crazy and get you guys thrown off the air.
I mean, we're soon gonna be not soon. And in 6 months, going to Xfinity. When we go on Xfinity, the cussing kind of comes to a halt. But for now,
let it ride.
Fucking swear. We just go. And if you're a piece of shit, I'm a piece of shit. We admit it. Luke's an asshole for not coming to Florida, but he says I'm an asshole for not inviting him. It's true. It's all true. Everything's true there. But both sides. Both sides. Both sides of that story are true. I didn't invite him. I didn't invite him. He's an asshole for not coming. Both sides are true. That really doesn't make any sense. But the thing I'm gonna say is society just said the word fuck's a swear word. Why? It solves so many things. Like it's fucking A. I had a good fuck. Fucking A, that hurts. Fucking bullshit. Fuck me, I fucked up. There's so many uses of fuck that I get it. I get it that people say, Jason, stop swearing. But here's the truth. Society decided many years ago that the F word, the A word, shit. Why am I even saying the A word? Fuck, asshole, shit, and all those are swear words. All right, so they're swear words. But if we didn't decide that, then they wouldn't be swear words. Like I have 11, 9, and 4-year-old. I mean, they don't know their swear words until we say you can't say those words. If we didn't say that, then no one would treat them that way. And Mark Cuban had a similar rant like this, and his only issue is when the kids go to school. That's it. So that's what I think. I think swear words are overplayed. Okay, and I know I'm not like some expert on this, but I don't know. The F word can be used in a lot of scenes. Like that was a fucking terrible trade. Like I don't know. There's a lot of things. Like so. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, so Tommy, next time that you come back on, we're gonna need to get the soundboard hooked up. We'll get some cursing sounds in there, and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, next time I'm on here, I'll just DJ a set for you guys or something. I'll come on, I'll DJ a set while we trade some stuff.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Let's do it.
All right, we got to set that up. Yes. All right, Zinger Nation, if you guys want that, throw the one in the chat. If not, don't throw anything in the chat because you don't belong here. You don't belong here. You know.
Yeah,
you
that's
like
what I'm
have
saying.
Fun, then yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I would love for him to come DJ. I would love to like have a mic in my hand when he's DJing and I sing a few words, like and that would be good.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. But Tommy, let me ask you this one. So you got started trading when COVID happened, right? The rest of the world did. How did you learn? Like what were your resources to get started? I mean, what were some of the early mistakes that you made? Advice you'd give to people who are just getting going now?
So when I started, I kind of got in at the time where like you could literally put anything anywhere and wake up to like 100% or 200%er, like literally like. I was in all the first ones like GNUS. I had it from like whatever it was, like $2 to like $11. I had KTOV when it like ran crazy, UAVS, like every single like cult stock that went like at that time, I had them all. And I was just literally following alerts on like Twitter, you know what I mean? And it was working at that time. And then what happened was I developed like super bad habits and just thought that would continue. And then I was just throwing big money at stuff. And when it stopped working, I blew up. I didn't blow up, but I lost like a lot of my gains. And then I became friends with like Hugh and Dan and PJ and a lot of the Atlas dudes. And I kind of started going through, you know, the educational section in that Discord and the kind of like reading up on stuff and reading why things were going, as opposed to just, I didn't know like what an offering was. Like when GNUS had that big offering, I was literally saying stuff that I was just seeing on Twitter, like stop loss raid. I didn't know what that meant, but I was just saying it, you know, just thinking I was like a professional. So yeah, I mean, the Atlas Discord was a lot. YouTube was a lot. Hugh in my texts was a lot. Just like, you idiot, this is what you need to do. What are you doing? Just, you know, telling me what to do. And that was kind of it. And then screen time. I mean, now it's been like a year of being on my screen from LA time, 3 a.m. to 1 p.m. every single day. And I think for day trading, at least, screen time is the most important thing. Like if you're in front of your screen and you're seeing how these stocks react and you're seeing how volume reacts and you can kind of see how things, you know, what things do, then I think you have a better shot.
Okay. All right. So a lot of Twitter, a lot of watching, and just putting the hours into it.
Yeah.
Yep. And like you mentioned blowing up accounts. This is something that's come up like every day for the past 2 weeks. I think you have to do it in order to learn, basically. Like I don't think that like paper trading or just like following along works. Like I think you need to have real money in the market and actually be sweating and blow it up in order to learn your lesson.
Oh, 1,000%. Like if it was fake money, I wouldn't have learned that what I was doing was a bad idea. You know what I mean? Like I was throwing way too much money at things, just thinking like, oh yeah, I'm going to wake up to 100%er. And then all of a sudden that didn't work. And I had to kind of learn why it wasn't working. And I had to learn about scaling in. I didn't know what scaling in was. I was like, oh, I saw, you know, XYZ post something on Twitter. I'm just going to put my entire account into this because it was working for so long. And then it stopped working. And I had to kind of figure out what to do from there.
Yep. Yeah. I think we saw it with a lot of the Portnoy crew too. When they all got going.
Exactly.
It's like you buy every airline, one day it stops. Those could be bad days.
I agree.
All right. What was your best and your worst trade? Do you remember those?
I don't remember my worst trade. I had a lot of worst trades, and a lot of them were just like, I think it was is it ABUS? Is that the ticker? ABUS? I think that was a really bad one. It was like running one day, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna scalp this. And it was I was at that point where I think everybody gets, where you're like, all right, so I've been winning on these scalps, so if I just add a 0 to my buy, I'll make more. And I did that, and all of a sudden it went down, and I think I lost like, I want to say I lost like 10K on like one trade.
Yeah, it's a bad day.
And the worst part is I came back to it later in the day after selling it, and it was like back up and like above where I had bought it at. So I think that kind of made me feel even worse. And then best trade, I don't know. I mean, TRCH is rocking right now for trades of right now.
Yeah.
You know what I say to that, man? It's bullshit that I'm not in that stock. It's
dude, get it. Just get it now. It's not done. Just buy it right now. Ride it with us, bro.
Motherfuckers who DM me and complain about every other trade fucked me up on that trade. All right, I'm out. Peace.
Dude, listen, man. My dad was deported, man. It's never too late to buy something.
Hey, they want you to talk about that, by the way.
About my dad being deported?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when I was 16, that's what happened.
Why?
He was I don't know, man. He was just doing stuff, and he got caught, and we were illegal immigrants, and they sent him away. I'm no longer an illegal immigrant, but I was.
Damn. So Dan said to ask about Israel. Are those related?
Yeah, that's where I'm from. I was born in Israel. And I moved here when I was like 1.
You visit Israel a lot?
Yeah, I go there like I try to go there like probably 3-4 times in the summer, every summer, because when we tour Europe, I'll like stop like over there.
Okay, that's awesome. Never been there. Want to. And with this TRCH, I mean, Hugh's out there in the chat.
Luke, you don't want me on my Israel trips? I mean, Jesus Christ.
I mean, dude, Jason, you got to get in it, man. I mean, think about it. We're all in it. You got the Atlas squad on it. You got Ultra on it. You got Hugh Henney dropping more DD than you've ever seen. Dude, Hugh's dropping 6 pages of DD a day, man. He's like, every day he's got 6 pages of new DD.
Yeah, when I listen to PGIR, that's Penny's Going to Raw, check out the podcast on Sunday.
Yeah, baby, we're a sponsor. Let's go.
Yeah, I heard them bring up the stock. I'm like, all right, this thing's going Monday morning or Tuesday morning. I'm like, I know it's 2 days away, and I know this thing is gonna run.
Yeah, and it's like you got. I mean, like everyone's on it. It's crazy. I mean, you see, literally, it's like if you look at Twitter, I can't go.
Even Chris Randone, Jason is saying you better get in it.
Yeah, Chris Randone's in it. You got. I mean, literally,
all right.
Everybody.
I just bought 5,000 shares. I'm in it.
Prove it. Show your screen.
All right, hold on.
You bought 5,000 shares. I think we'd see a candle on that one.
I don't know what a candle is, but fuck that. You know what's so funny? This guy, Tom, you remind me of Wall Street Bets. They told me to prove it. They said, show my screen. So
well, here's the thing, man. You got to prove it. Like, otherwise, how do we know?
I don't lie. It's just who I am. But
yeah, but you know, the fans don't know that. We don't know.
All right, there it is.
Look at that. We got him on TRCH, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's fucking go.
Hugh said he's naming his firstborn child after TRCH.
Do you guys look at? Wait, just keep the screen up. Hey, Basil Naman, who didn't believe me? Do you believe me now? Press 1, motherfucker.
Boom.
I like how lit you're getting today. It's hilarious.
I am lit today. I was gonna buy 10,000 shares, by the way, but I'm like thinking I'm buying at the high. I don't know shit about this thing, so I was gonna buy 10,000 shares, but I bought 5,000 because I was like, whatever, and so I bought 5,000. Maybe I should buy 10,000. I don't know. I don't know what they do. All I know is, guys, you want to see my Twitters? You want to see my DMs about this?
Okay, now I'm getting texts saying maybe should I buy TRCH here? I just got like 4 texts from people. Like, yo, is TRCH good here?
You guys want to see my
just refer him to Jason. Be like, if you lose money, it's on this guy, Jason Raznick.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, on this one, I don't know shit. Look at this TRCH. I've been blown up. How do you find your fucking? I got so many DMs.
Try searching Torch, maybe Torchlight.
Torch, okay.
Dude, and imagine how cool it's going to be when you can retire off a stock called Torch. When you're just like, yeah, dude, Torch.
Everybody's going to name their kid Torchy.
Exactly.
Right? We're going to bring
nickname.
Yeah, Andy Swann's going to come back in with like the social mentions, and it's just going to be Torchy. We're just going to see a line straight up of Torchy, people saying, hey, that's what I'm naming my kid.
What have you been trading today, Luke? What have you liked?
So I made a big pitch on Friday.
All right, here we go. Hey, guys, here you go. Ready? You guys looking?
Mm-hmm.
Raz.
Bigger. I can't see, but it could be my eyes.
No, sometimes things aren't that big. I'm Jewish. I don't have that big of a thing. What do you mean?
Shout out Build-A-Bear. Shout out Build-A-Bear.
Wait, Dan's trying to call in. How does Dan call in?
Dan, I'll send him a link.
Hold on. They're sending you a link.
Do you guys see this? This guy writes me, people mention TRCH on Benzinga right now. Is it $1.40? You should stop. It's a horrible company with shitty management. Just look at what Energy Credit said. We are live on the show. I can't help you, motherfucker. Okay. Sorry. Oh, no, this guy wrote 100% fraud. CEO paid financial settlements in 2 prior Ponzi schemes. CFO last question number C. Okay. Do you guys know about any of this shit?
Wait, you have to write him back right now and say the only thing 100% about this stock is the return.
The price. Let's go.
That's all you got to just say it back. The only thing that's 100% about TRCH is the return.
Dude, I'm writing.
Have you seen the return on the stock?
No,
period.
You should write back, hey, I shorted this stock on your recommendation.
You owe me money now.
I might be getting a divorce now. Thoughts?
I'm going to live in this hotel in Florida now because of you. I've shorted this stock. I have nothing left.
You see what I wrote? I wrote to him. So then I wrote to Energy Credit 1 to see what's the story. And he said the same, this guy, who is this guy? That is Energy Credit. Well, that's not the guy that originally hit me up, though. This guy, real name. He doesn't use his name. He goes, Raz, people mention this, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So then I write, and then he wrote this, okay? I don't know.
That guy's putting in a lot of time to make you think that it's a shitty stock.
All right, we got to
See, but you messed up, dude. You trusted. There he is. Dan's here. You
What
trusted
up?
that guy's DD over the boys, over
You're right.
Hugh, over Ultra, over PJ,
No,
over
that's
Dan.
right.
You trusted that guy.
What's
Does that guy
upsetting
have
to
a?
me? What's
Jason, does that
upsetting
guy
to
have
me,
a? Jason,
Jason?
does that guy have a Lambo? Does he have a Lamborghini? If he doesn't, you can't trust his DD.
One thing that's surprising to me, Jason, is you say you don't know anything about this stock, but I feel like we talked about it in our most recent podcast. So it's kind of like we just.
Oh,
I mean, it's been out a couple of days. I understand Valentine's Day. It would have been tough.
that's coming from a guy with a moving.
Wait,
brick wall.
wait. Jason, were you with your wife on Valentine's Day? No, she was in Florida already. Excuses are running out. I like the rose glasses. That's a nice touch.
You got the Elton John thing going on right now. I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm in it now, though, Dan. I mean, I went, I bought a position in it, and yeah, Tommy brings up a good point. I'm listening to some guy in Twitter DMing me versus listening to the guys that I love and know their shit. And I listen to some guy DM me on Twitter because he puts up.
You pay us to promote you, and you don't even listen. We could be saying terrible things.
I'm out.
All right, he's gone.
But no, I hear you. It was a hard day for me, man. We lost our flag football game against your Ishbia, who was on your show, and we were up, and even Ishbia acknowledged how bad it was. I didn't listen to anything. I didn't call Luke back. Luke called me on Sunday. I always call you back. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I know it sounds crazy, 9-year-old football, but I'm very into it. So I didn't listen to shit.
Well, he's losing like hundreds of millions by the day every time his stock goes down. So
That's how
he's
invited him.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna beat him in 2 weeks. Matt, you can mark my words on that one, buddy.
All right. Well, there he is. Matt, you're going down.
What is the stock? What is the stock at right now?
Probably like low 9s, probably down another 3% or so today. Just knowing.
What's that?
Are we talking about UW?
Yeah, UW. It's green on the day. I think some SPACs may see some reversal soon. I would highly like that. We're seeing some of the market turn back into this, boring piece of crap we always know. And it's not just, everything's on crack. So, maybe it's time to go back to some safe plays like some SPACs. I know I just talked about trimming some, but I'm always ready to get back in them.
Yeah, they really do pull you back in. Every day it's like, I'm done with SPACs. And then it's like, you can't ignore that dip. You can't ignore the dip on
you got a lot of them. Like Lots is up today. Pershing Square is up today. You got a decent number of these SPACs that are getting a little bit of life.
No doubt.
What do you guys think about Tesla? You think Tesla's gonna get back some momentum, or just gonna sit here around eight something for a while?
It's kind of a difficult thing for me because it's like, do you go with what's always happened, and the experts are probably going to be right, like Michael Burry's probably going to be right shorting Tesla, or do we think it's a transition to this new age where people aren't exactly investing off of fundamentals, but are investing off of what they're trusting Elon Musk. They think he's going to get us to Mars. I mean, they're not, and they haven't.
They think they're going to get Dogecoin to be the currency of the future.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't think any. I mean, you're noticing it. If Bitcoin can do what it's doing, all the cryptos can. I mean, no one's betting on fundamentals. They're.
I'm betting on Tesla.
Wait, Dan, it's not fair. I gotta.
Yo.
Oh, what's up?
The whole
Boom, we got him.
Holy shit.
Listen.
Hey, I got him to buy TRCH. You got to be proud of me a little bit.
No, I am proud of you. I am proud of you. I think you're a better trader than DJ, and you're my favorite EDM DJ.
Look at the plaques. The plaques don't lie.
The plaques. I mean, number 63
number
is
one
huge.
DJ in the world.
That's a number one. That's a number 1 plaque, a number 4 plaque, and a number 6 plaque. We've actually gone lower in the Billboard charts every year. However, we're still in them.
The trend is not your friend.
That's not what matters. Yeah. Listen, Jason. Why buy TRCH? At $2 when you can buy it at $4.29. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I just. So I showed you guys the DM tweets, okay? So I showed the haters saying the CEO had a Ponzi scheme and all that shit. I showed that. Will you tell the audience? I got 3 messages like, Jason, what is TRCH? Will you just you talk on the podcast? Penny goes whatever.
Come on, at least get the name right.
Penny's going in raw.
Are we on here calling it like Benzinga? No, we know the name. We know the name.
You guys need to make like the 5-minute edition for Jason, right? I threw it out in the car. It's snowy. It took me an hour to drive in today, right? You know, he needs a 5-minute edition.
You guys write up a script on it every week. That's your job.
Maybe I had 2 vodka lemonades. These guys here found out I was the Benzinga man, and they literally are bringing me drinks, Luke, to give them stock picks. This guy, I'm going to go down. Oh, okay. Mark my words on this, and I will send you screenshots. Mark my words. I will have $100,000 at least from these guys at the pool. Joking.
Oh my God, he's dying. Oh my God, we're losing him.
Yeah, guys, I'm giving this tip out there to Zinger Nation. Just pull up Benzinga, and you'll get free shit. I got free dinner last night. The dude who owned the restaurant was walking past and saw Benzinga on my laptop. He bought me dinner. It's great. Just say you work there, and you'll get.
Luke, you bring your laptop to dinner?
I'm a grinder, baby.
These goldfish are fucking killing me. All right,
but Hugh, tell us about TRCH.
Yes, give us 3 things.
Pitch, talk to us about the stock, etc.
Listen, there's a few important details here. One, they're not going to be an oil company anymore. Okay, by June 31st, they will have sold all of their oil assets after they have no more debt. Okay, that's a one key thing is that as of today, they have no more debt, they have no more liens. So all of their assets are now can be, thrown off and they can be sold off, even for pennies on the dollar. Their balance sheet said, I think, 33 million in assets. All of that goes to a special dividend right back to shareholders, and they have to sell it by June 31st. So that's
what's that special dividend going to be roughly?
It depends. They have to, they have to pay, the executives. Like there's a whole line. But even if they get, let's call it, even if they get 5 million, which would be nothing compared to the 33 million. The other thing is that oil's running right now. Oil's at a 13-month high. That helps these assets, So they're going to pay market, let's say that it goes on the market value. They're going to pay a good penny, or even if they don't pay a good penny, and we only get, a third of the 33 million. That's a good chunk to pay back to the special dividend. And the other thing, because I don't really care about the special dividend, to me, it's like, okay, a company can only do a dividend if they can do the dividend. It's not a requirement. There's no requirement. In fact, 90% of the stocks that we trade in, FinTwit trades is stocks that can't do a dividend. So that's how I look. Like what they're doing is that they're transitioning. They're using TRCH to be able to uplist, and they're going to spin it off and create a completely new, renewable energy company. And I think that's I think the real benefit here.
But instead, Jason's going to listen to the random kid in his Twitter that lives in his mom's basement.
Tell me that's a true story. I'll admit being wrong. And said in the chat, I'm short goldfish too. I almost died.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back. Jeez.
I'm back. So I'm going to go down to the pool, and I'm going to, this is what I was going to say to you is, I'm going to get the receipt, the print screen of the guys buying the stock, and I'll post it to my Twitter, and you guys will see.
Yeah.
Love that.
I'm going to have $100,000 purchased.
Wow. So it's up a good bit. They're trusting you a lot. They're going to be like, wow, it's a 22-year-old kid that lives where and does what exactly? And the podcast name is, huh?
Yeah. At least
I was thinking about names. I'm like, maybe we need a more conservative show, and I was like, Penny's going in double wrapped, like we need a more conservative version of the podcast.
Q, can you mohawk your hair right now? Like if you wanted to?
I probably could. I was just looking at that. Probably if I
You should rock the mohawk and the stash.
Every day at the market's up, we're rocking the mohawk.
But aside from TRCH, I mean, I know this is all Hugh knows right now, but is there anything else besides TRCH? Because that is, I mean, what if there's burnout in TRCH, Hugh? Is there anything else in that brain up there?
Yeah,
Come on, Penny's going in raw. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, one of the things that I loved about TRCH was that it was undervalued. Now we're looking at it and it's $3 per share higher than the initial, price. So now we're just playing with like house money. So,
and my real money.
Yeah, but you got enough. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, like even something we usually talk about and even talked about here, EQOS, even touching that 20 mark again. And I think the first time I mentioned on here it was around $13, $14, and now it's over. It's just one of those Bitcoin syntheses, and I think it's hit 21 the first time it hit like 40K or something crazy with Bitcoin. If you want to pull up those concurrent charts, but a lot of those Bitcoin sympathies, you can find the ones that are lagging a little bit behind for a nice day trade.
Yeah, I mean, I was holding ANTE, and I mean now that's hitting 5, so that's another double. I mean, all these. Anything that mentions Bitcoin, it feels like 2017 again. It just skyrockets.
Yeah, all right, I think that's enough winners where Jason is going to listen to the episode this week.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You got to listen.
I will.
We're giving you gold.
Yeah, we got Ripster 47 interview. We got him coming on Wednesday. We just recorded it yesterday for his birthday. It was his birthday yesterday. Happy belated Ripster.
It's crazy that he's giving gifts out on his own birthday.
Yeah.
Gifts of knowledge to the people.
Would you guys be offended if I listened at 1.5 speed?
Nah, it may be like hard to understand some of the things he says. I have to listen. Yeah, but no, I think it the effort's what counts.
Listen, Jason, do me a favor. All right, while you're at it, add some Vissel at 431.
431?
Yeah, add some Vissel at 431.
Hold on.
And some comms.
That's VISL Victor India Sandy Lima. That's the
ticker. How much do you want me to buy?
I mean,
enough.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little stash over here. I got a little stash over here of my own. I mean, I have a good chunk. I'm waiting maybe one more flush out, and then I'll go in real big. But I mean, I like where we're at right now.
Why? What is Vissel?
Yeah, so both Vissel and Comms, that's COMS, they're both drone play companies. Vissel actually had 18 cameras inside at the Super Bowl, and they were getting multiple angles. They work with Sony. Sony has massive cameras. They're one of the only ones to have 8K cameras. And what Vissel does is that they're a wireless broadcasting camera. And so what they did was when I first came across Vissel a few years ago, they were a drone company purely for the government. So they were making, drones for satellite usage and stuff like that for the government. Now they got a whole new CEO, they got a whole new management team, and they've transitioned into broadcasting. So kind of like UAVS was actually a crop scanning drone system. So that means that what they would do is that they would go to farms in like Kansas and they would scan it for heat sensors, kind of like where needed more water. And then they transitioned to commercial drones and commercial package delivery. And now the stock's almost $1 billion company. And that's what I kind of think Vissel's doing now. The CEO has done 3 different companies now where he's taken them sub $300 million market cap and given them over revenue within 3 years of $1 billion revenue, and then he sold them off to bigger companies. And I think that that's going to be the endpoint goal. But for me right now, they just did an offering. They have tons of cash. They don't have any more debt, and I think that what we're going to see is with them is that we're going to see follow-on contracts. So the first contract's always like the first date. You take them to the movies, but there's nothing after that. It's a 2-hour date. And then you start getting the follow-on contract, which is where you see the boost in revenue, and you start to see some major partnerships. And that's why I like Vissel and Comms. I mean, the Biden administration, most of the things that the Biden administration wants to focus on has run. So we're talking about EVs, we're talking about weed, we're talking about solar, but drones have not really had that push. And I think that if we start to see different legislation comes out, or different lobbyists start to come out, then I think that this is just going to be something where we start to see the market cap go from 300 million to $1 billion, etc.
Okay, so two quick
and real quick for everybody, CCIV just got halted limit up. CCIV halted limit up. I don't see news on it yet. Yeah, I know. I'm like a hater on that stock too.
Is it bring the news? That's how they confirmed? Is it confirmed the deal?
I don't see anything.
Okay. Here it is. Here's the news.
Listen,
Boom. Benzinga Pro delivering as always. Let's go.
Wow.
But
there it is.
yeah, there it is.
If you're not
Lucid
using
Motors.
Benzinga Pro, you suck.
All right,
Our
Lucid
puts are
Motors,
not looking
Neal-
good.
God damn it, you guys. Basically, Reuters is saying the deal's going to happen with Lucid. All right. So the stock's going to 55 if that happens.
Whew.
I own it.
I still got my
I own
puts.
warrants.
You
Yeah,
can't
we
make me
Me
sell
and
them.
Dan are riding dirty. We have puts. We don't believe in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought this thing was fucked too a little bit.
I own warrants. Wait,
So you got 4 minutes. It's going to reopen. 1:45 is when this.
you got to
thing's
talk
gonna
faster,
close.
Luke. You got to talk faster. Hugh, listen. So I used to AVAV. That's Aero Environment. There was the first drone thing. General Atomics, not public. I used to be in those stocks. They didn't move. They didn't move for a while. So then I got in lithium. I own a lot of lithium. But I think you're right on the. I think you're right. So I'll buy this Visilink. I didn't think they did drone shit. You're saying they do?
They do. Oh yeah, no, they do drones. So right now their biggest partner is Homeland Security. But like I said, is that they're really transitioning more into the broadcasting center, which is, a huge multi-billion-dollar sector. And the drones is still going to be a huge part of their business. But they really want to diversify a little bit and not just be, because one of the things that Mickey Miller, the new CEO, touched on was that, and this is a great point.
Mickey Miller? Is that his name?
That's his name. That's his name.
I love that. Can we get Mickey Miller on?
Yes.
Fuck
He loves
yeah.
interviews. He loves interviews. Yeah. What do you call it? One of the things that he touched on was that the good and the bad about, doing government contracts is that they're so stable. So, once you get the government contract, okay, great. But the thing is that the growth potential is small. So what they really want to do is that they want to outbranch and they want to start doing more broadcasting. So they've been with the
Hugh,
Super
you
Bowl.
told me. I'm buying right now. Ready? Buy. Okay? Okay, come on.
Man,
Where's Tommy? Say it, Tommy. Say it.
I really hope that
Tommy.
TRCH what am I saying?
I'm supposed to say prove it. You don't believe me?
Oh no, you got of course fucking proof, but you haven't bought it yet. I'll say it after you buy it. Let me know once you buy it, then I'll tell you to
Wait, Tommy, I thought he was lying too.
Of course you thought he was lying.
I thought he was lying.
Of course you thought he was lying. I didn't think he was serious, but he was, and I like it.
Boom, there it
Boom.
is. Let's go.
This one. Look at that.
Wow.
We either potentially made you a lot of money or lost you a lot of money today.
Hey, you're
Tomorrow,
up
tune
2
in tomorrow
cents.
to find out.
You're
I
up
never-
2 cents.
Just so you know, I never trade like this. Whoever's watching, I never trade like this. I'm trading one-handed. I'm eating my lunch.
Trade your plan.
Yeah, trade. We only trade like this. This is the only way we trade. One-handed
That was
eating food.
8,000 shares of Visilink bought. And yes, Brian Penny, there is more nickel than lithium in Tesla batteries. That is correct. I'm a lithium expert. If you ever want to talk about it, Brian, I'll give you an education course one day. All
Yeah,
right.
if you were wondering what Jason's typical lunches are, we just learned it's goldfish.
No, it's not. It's Reese's peanut butter cup stuff too. Valentine's Day. That's what it is.
Love that.
Okay.
All right. It's been fun, guys. I got to be
All right.
Let's get back
See
to
you guys.
reality.
We love you guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Hanging out. See ya.
Tommy,
Yeah.
premiere appearance. Next time you're going to do a set. We'll trade. It'll be hella fun.
It'll be awesome. All right, thanks guys.
Luke, I think bye.
All right,
Bye,
peace out,
Tommy.
man.
Luke, I just think was this crazy, man. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, that's the power hour, baby. This is not pre-market prep. We're here to deliver. This is the stock idea thing. And we're not just talking heads. We put our money where our mouths are. Live accounts every single day.
Luke, I would say if you don't have energy, you don't come on the show. And I just spent $60,000 in trades and stocks I'm not too familiar with. And by the way, I did it all public. There wasn't like me not being public about it. So don't think I'm like, I bought these before the show. I didn't. I didn't own any of that, whatever the other stock was. I didn't own any of this. And it was all, you got the same time I got. But Luke, how the fuck are you at the office right now?
I'm a trooper, man. I
Are you
power
the one
through.
there?
No, you got me, you got Garrett, Spencer Israel. It's like Jungle Bronson.
Seriously?
Yes. We got a foot of snow, guys. My car got stuck in the driveway. This is how committed I am to deliver for you guys. My car got stuck in the driveway early as hell in the morning. I pulled out a shovel, dug, and rocked it, and then finally got on my way here.
Hey, Luke,
Yeah.
can you get a BTN chart on the screen, Luke?
I'll get a BTN chart. I'm going to do a CIV chart, and we've got our next guest. And we have a crypto show at 2 o'clock. And we got a biotech show coming up this afternoon. So yes.
You need a
Here's
job.
CIV.
Nick, make us money, then you can have a job, Nick. What do you tell you?
Then BTN. And then our next guest.
Oh! Give me the cash register right now, Luke. Let's go.
Boom.
I gave you guys that at 249, and we're there, and I'm not selling. I haven't sold, so that's it. Hey, Luke,
Let's do a Tiger check too.
Luke,
Oh my God, Tiger 22%.
Oh my God, Luke, Luke, are they a customer of us yet?
Tiger? Yes, they are.
When are we upselling them? What's going on?
That's what we need to work on.
I mean,
Tiger, we
need
stock
to be
on Friday.
Hey, if you guys are E-Trade users, you want Benzinga swag, send an email to E-Trade and say, we would love Benzinga news on your site. So we're the vendor behind like JP Morgan, Webull, Public, Ameritrade, TradeStation, Interactive Brokers. We don't have E-Trade as a customer. We need E-Trade as a customer or we're going to die. So if you guys are listening, you're an E-Trade user, hit the support thing and say, please add Benzinga news to your service. And then send an email to PowerHour@Benzinga with your address, with your address and your shirt size, and we'll send you Benzinga swag. We need to be on E-Trade. We need your help. Send that to Fidelity.
Or if you own shares in Morgan Stanley. You own Morgan Stanley. If they add Benzinga news, the stock is going to 100.
Yes.
I'm sick of this 76.
If you own Morgan Stanley, email Morgan Stanley. They need Benzinga news. For that matter, any brokerage you have, you send a screenshot to us by the end of day today, PowerHour@Benzinga. We will send you T-shirts. We'll send you track jackets. We'll send you it all. But you got to write not one sentence. You got to say, Benzinga news really helps me through my trading day. Please add it or I'm going to move my account.
I make more money from Benzinga news than anything else out there.
Yes. And Brian Penny, I fucking love you. Thank you, man. That was awesome, Brian Penny. Thank you.
All right, Jason, you ready to bring our next guest on?
I'm ready. But Luke, do you have to go do some work? You want me to take it? What do you want?
If you want to do the crypto show at 2 as well.
Who's crypto at 2?
Catherine and somebody.
I can do it. I mean, you got on at 12:10, so I didn't know. I thought I was doing the later stuff, but you hung out. So I came on later. Not that I was late to the show. I was planning on coming out 12:35 after Landon and then take the 12:35 to 1:10. But then you stayed because your boys were on, and I get it. You don't want to leave your bros before hoes.
Boys hanging.
Bros before hoes. That's what
Yep.
Maybe that's inappropriate to say on this thing. That's not right. Okay, I apologize. Edit that out. Producer Aaron, edit that out. Okay? I'm just saying you got to be with your boys before you go random, elsewhere. That's all I'm saying. There's no offense taken there. Okay?
And we're getting comments that this is the best show you've ever seen. We want this to be the best stock market show. Subscribe. We do this all day, every day. But all right,
ideas.
Kevin.
Because we want to bring ideas. We are here for ideas for you guys to make money over anyone else. That's why we're here. If you don't make money, then leave. That's it. You got to make money. Hey, Kevin Trades. I've heard all about you. I hear you. You have a hat on.
I'm on my phone, so because I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh, okay. We'll see you later. Kevin will come back on another day. He's not ready for this.
No, I'm good. No,
I just weren't prepared for it.
I wasn't prepared for it because I was gonna use my mic and everything. But if you can hear me, then you're good.
I can hear you, but if you need to get your makeup done or something, I don't have a problem with it.
Good.
Oh, you ready to go?
Yeah, just watching CCIV run
54.
What's that? Give me real time.
54 halted again.
Fuck yeah! Let's go! I own Warren that thing.
I had at 11. At 11.
What?
Yeah, I even posted it on my Instagram because I like to post about stocks. I just like to
Why don't you post on the Trade Ideas page? We gave out $5,000 last week to the best performers last week on Trade Ideas.
On Benzinga Pro, I've been
No. Go to benzinga.com/trade-ideas. We give out $5,000 sometimes per week to the best performing person with the best thing.
Okay.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Dude, if I'm making money, I want other people to be making money. That's it. I don't need this money. I want enough money to be able to get food on the table and get my wife to not bother me. That's about it.
Yeah, look at this Trade Ideas page. I just scrolled down 3 trades, 212 long TRCH. If you're on this page, you made a lot of money.
I see it now.
You put their trades, and our guy, Aaron, he goes in, and we give out $1,000, you get out $500, you get out $5,000. I want to give out $50,000 by the end of April on this page.
You guys get in these or no?
I'm in them. Have you been watching, Kevin? Kevin, I lost you.
I've been watching the past 30 minutes. It's been hilarious.
Did you watch me make those trades?
Yeah.
All right. So my money is where my mouth is. I'll show my account. I don't care anymore. I'll show my account. I'm done with caring about shit anymore.
All right, but Kevin, what are you doing with CCIV? Stocks reopened. $54 right now. Like, how are you managing this thing today? You just letting it ride? You're gonna get out of it?
I can't. Let me show you something. Let me show you. So these are my holdings. I have like it's my whole portfolio for my long term is like its own like ETF essentially. I have literally like 60 names. I don't know if I should share the screen because I can't, like my account number is in here. So I have
share mine.
But I like
Hey Kevin, if you're shy, it's okay. I make up for you and I because I'm not shy, so it's okay.
I like to play a lot of like speculative plays on my long term, only because I'm trying to outperform the S&P 500 by a lot. So this month, I mean, I've got like I'm up around 27% for January. They haven't updated February yet, but
Kevin, why don't you join our hedge fund?
Huh?
You should join the hedge fund we got getting started.
Even had a hedge fund thing going on. Let me know if I qualify.
Yeah, no. I'm saying it's one of the pickers of the stocks, not as an investor.
No, yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that now that you say that.
Yeah, it's called the BZ cap. We're limited to 50 million first raise. We got 32 accounted for, and we're just going with like, because I'm tired of all these big boys.
How do you guys
small boys?
Like, how is it weighted? Like, let's say, for example, if there's like
Kevin, let's talk about you. We'll talk about the weighting stuff later. All I know is the weight that I have on me is too much.
Luke, I'm trying to lose it for a while.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, what do you guys want to talk about?
All right, what's the next CCIV? What's your next hot play?
CCIV. I was actually prepared for this. I'm actually looking at a lot of things. I'm looking at, for example, SOS. I was looking at Torch. I mean, I got it at like a 174, but I don't have like a particular reason as to why I bought it. I saw that the volume was like really crazy last week still. And it was like a Twitter play, when you follow one of those big boys on Twitter and they just tweet about it. And I kind of did my little research.
Yeah, those are the dudes who were just on.
Yeah. That was just that. I don't really have anything to say about Torch other than the fact that I got it at 174. It's up 146%, but I only spent like $1,000 on it, so it's not even whatever. But as far as like my own positions that I'm in like skills, workhorse, space, DraftKings. For example, like DraftKings. Are you guys in DraftKings?
Yes.
I'm not.
So I'm in Penn. I'm way bigger in the Penn though.
First of all, like I really love ARK Invest, and like I always look at everything they're literally buying because they how it's like actively managed, so they usually like update it like every week or sometimes every month. But they have like 1.4 million shares, and it's worth like 87 million. And then you guys know how DraftKings was literally. Well, you have her say that.
That's my friend. She's coming on the show March 4th for an hour, baby. One-on-one with the Razman.
I want
I got cut out of that one.
I want an internship.
I'll get you one if you want one. She's my friend.
I really do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, according to like research, right, the online gambling market, its size by 2027 can be like 127 billion. So that's a lot. And in my opinion, I mean, like it's already kind of like culturally approved. With the mobile devices, it's easily accessible. I mean, they can always get celebrity endorsements to push this thing even higher than what it is now.
Why don't you like Penn?
Huh?
Why don't you like Penn National?
No, Penn is good too, but I mean, I feel like DraftKings, I don't know. That's a good question, but I just really like DraftKings. Like Michael is on the board, right?
So what?
Is Michael on the board of Penn, right? And
Disney. No. So what?
Right, Disney owns 6% of DraftKings, so Disney owns ESPN, and the whole blockchain thing that's going on. You know how blockchain is getting really
but
big.
Disney doesn't own any of Benzinga, and Benzinga works at Portnoy, so.
And Benzinga is probably the biggest rocket ship out there. I mean, let's face it.
Look, I have my tab. I have my Benzinga tab on.
Yeah, but you don't even use the good pages.
Wait. No, I want to see what do you use on Benzinga.
What
I
use Benzinga Pro.
Use Benzinga Pro.
Pro.benzinga.com. Shout out. 2-week free trial.
Let's go. Let's keep it going. Hey, if you're listening to this stream right now, you're listening to Kevin Trades. Please do me a favor and follow Kevin Trades on Instagram or Twitter and get him an internship with Kathy. He wants one. Let's help him. But more importantly, if you're on the show, please share this live feed with your social media on Facebook. We have 1,300 people here right now. I want to see you go to 1,400, 1186 on YouTube.
We're talking crypto in like 5 minutes. Bitcoin 50K. Let's go.
Bitcoin 50K show is coming on. You guys, he is dialed into CCIV. Look at that. Look at the Benzinga Pro. I love it. You're the man, Kevin. How do we find Kevin, Luke? I didn't even know he existed.
Producer Aaron, AB. Shout out AB.
Yeah, baby. What? Give a Twitter. Kevin, give a Twitter.
Guys' insight on like solar too. Now that I'm here, what do you guys
solar?
think about that? Yeah, you guys know ENPH, right? I don't know if you can pull the chart up.
Phase. Yeah, we'll get it up.
60 cents. What? Fucking 2 years ago. Now it's in the S&P 500.
All right, here's the 2-year on that one. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, like I was like working in the solar industry a few years ago, and I saw this at like $9. And
but you gotta give it. All right, what's the next hot solar one though?
I think it can continue. I mean, Next Era, First Solar, those are the two good ones. I mean,
so FSLR. What's the other one that you gave?
Next Era Energy. So NEE.
Wait, NEE, right? There we go. Yeah. 2 E's.
Yeah, those are good. I mean, the solar market is expected to be at like 23 billion by 2025, I think. And it's literally in every single state in the United States, like in terms of market, like the market is huge. Apple, Amazon, Google, Walmart, they already invested in solar. They already have their own facilities. Like Apple is actually 100% of Apple's global facilities are clean energy. Yeah, that's actually a cool little fun fact.
All right. And Dennis S in the chat just tricked me. Come on, Dennis. He said CCIV tanking. The stock is $54 right now. Is it down from 55? Sure.
Oh no, it just dumped. It had a major sell off from 50 all the way down to freaking 46.
So are you sitting in it? Or, I mean, you're in it from 11. I wouldn't touch this thing up here. I mean, it already got the news. I wouldn't touch it. But where are you at?
Like for me, I'm not even in the play right now, other than my shares that I'm holding. Like I'm not day trading this right now. Like I don't want to day trade this. This looks like something. It's very like if you're day trading something like this, that's very because it's almost like one of those things where it's like you kind of buy on the rumor, you sell on the news. So I'm just waiting for a point where I can just kind of average down. And I have some options expiring in April on CCIV. I haven't even checked that yet.
Yeah, let's talk about that one for a second. So you said buy the rumors, sell the news. That's something that I'm a longtime believer in. Basically what it means is when news is rumored to come out, that's when the stock runs. When the news actually comes out, we get confirmation. We often see sell-off. That's why I don't like this thing up here. Is all right. The stock's already gone from 10 to 50, 55. I mean, the report out today, it basically is saying that the deal is going to happen. You get the confirmation of that deal. Could it go higher? Maybe a little bit. Let's say it does fall through. It's going to go lower. I mean, even if it does get done, I mean, it could just be hanging out here.
Yeah, but people also have to understand. Just look at everyone who bought at 12, 16, 24, 32, 40. And you're over here trying to buy it at 60. It's almost common sense that people are going to take their profits. The news is already out. Now we know. Now it's like, okay, how many cards are they going to come out with? Like how profitable are they expecting to be at this point, right? So
yeah, and this one's merging with Lucid Motors, if you don't know that. Lucid Motors.
I've been in the car already.
You've been in the car already? Wait, was it sweet? Come on, you got to open with that.
I live in LA, and it's if you go to Century City Mall, they have it's right next to. You know what's crazy? It's right next to a Tesla. It's right next to a Tesla. Like they have a Tesla here and a Lucid here, and it's like, right. Well, the two they look very different. And I think I like Lucid better because it's more luxury oriented.
Okay, so you're a luxury guy. Okay, but the car was sweet.
No, the car is sweet. It's really nice.
So I would imagine.
It's small. It's one of the smallest. I don't know what that thing's called. But ASIC is one I'm looking at. Atlas Crest Investment Group. They entered like a business agreement with Archer, which develops all electric vertical takeoff and landing aircrafts. So they're into like the urban air mobility space. It might turn into, they say it might turn into like a $1 trillion industry. And United Airlines invested into Archer.
Okay, yeah. See, that's okay. All right, I'm gonna bitch about this for a second. We had the opportunity to break that news, and nobody responded to the email, PR email. Actually, I was the only one who responded. None of our editorial people jumped on it. Come on now. We'll get better. All right, Kevin, it's been fun, man. It's time for us to move to crypto. We got the Bitcoin run. We got to do some crypto. I'm gonna, play some music to get us hyped up. But Kevin, man, thanks for hopping out with us.
No problem. All
right, let's go. Let's bring Catherine onto the stream. Round of applause for Catherine. Like the stream, hit subscribe, share the stream. If you want us to keep doing this, we need to get more viewers on here. Let's go. All right, Catherine, I've been standing for 2 hours. Let me just play like a little bit of music, move around, get the blood flowing, okay?
For sure, yeah. Let's just...
Oh, Spencer Israel's coming. Okay, where's Spencer?